I sent a screenshot to KT, but I figured to do a little video tour going over this monstrosity of a factory that gives me heavy modular frames. So, as you can see, I got it fully overclocked with an output multiplier because I'm going to need a lot of frames. I figured I might as well get that, at least temporarily. But the whole thing is great. So, you can go over here to where I just was. Yeah, all this junk just goes and makes one item because I didn't actually build the platform big enough. So I had to kind of just slap more on. Like I got this little extension upstairs, which I'll get to. And then I also got another one down the side. I think it's on the other side actually, but yeah, there's like there's a small section over the corner. Because if I get the foundations here, it would like clip, and I wasn't able to position this miner in a good way that got the output to where it needs to be. Because this limestone needs to go here, and I couldn't. I guess I could just put the output here, but I didn't think of that. So I don't know. I might change it. It depends. Yeah. So all this is just making limestone. It's not even getting enough limestone right now because it needs that 354, like the sign says. But I can only get 300, so I need to get Mark 3 miners. But I can get it later. Yeah, so it goes, makes all the concrete. I got 70 concrete a minute, so 140 total. That feeds these guys. You need 50 and 90, so 140 to get the 25 encased beams it needs per minute to make the heavy frames. I've also got this steel pipe system, which makes 100 steel pipes a minute. And you saw here too, I've got both encased beam recipes because I found that this guy gives 15 and then this guy gives 10. Okay, like I was saying, I ran out of disk space, so I had to clear all some videos, but yeah, I got both recipes going because it gives you the perfect ratio, whereas if you try to get them all balanced and even, and like if you do, if I could type put 12.5 minutes, it's like all the wonky ratios, and it just gets annoying. I just didn't want to deal with that, so I just got both of them set, called it good, because steel beams come from upstairs, which is also where I use them. So I've actually got the steel screw recipe up here. Just break this wall to get in. So yeah, so I've got these guys up here. This guy's making reinforced plates, which go over here to make the modular frames that go downstairs to the machine where it needs to be made, or where it gets used to make the heavy frames. And it got really annoying to build this. As you can see, I had to go kind of expand the space. I did this solely because I hate machines clipping, so I give a bit of extra space because I don't have the space to run stuff properly. But yeah, I've got the steel screw recipes here. I've got 3 of them, making like, what is it, 450, 600, and 700. And so this one is bottlenecked by the speed of the belt, as is this one actually, because something I really hate is that belt speeds aren't consistent. Like these aren't even multiples. It should go from like 120 to like 300 to like 500 or something. I made like a suggestion for it because it really bothers me. They don't really scale that well, and it gets irritating to have to like upgrade a belt to tier 4 because it has 300 items a second or minute or whatever. But yeah, so that's gonna bother me, but whatever. So yeah, the whole system is it's running a bit slower due to that, but frankly I don't care. It's gotten a good enough backlog because the reinforced plates are going slow. I think it should be making exactly enough plates, but I could be wrong. Yeah, it's making 37.5, and it needs 37.5. So yeah, it is making enough. I think it's just slow because that's the transport up there. But yeah, I could probably improve this merging system, but I like having it be lined up because I don't want it to not be lined up. Yeah, so all this stuff just makes things with modular frames, and it's super great. And then we've got this one machine here. I actually placed this foundry first and forgot to have the beams, so I had to just move it back a bit, which was super great. But this guy makes beams. It makes slightly more than it needs because I hate all these stupid dumb ratios of items. That's my one complaint about recipes like this is I tend to not use alternate recipes because they've always got weird ratios. Like it's 260 screws a minute for 5 beams. That's not even. Why isn't it 250? Because that's more even. But yeah, that's gonna bother me. But whatever. Yeah, so I got the steel ingot guy. And this was also making, no, that was making iron. Oh, that's a smelter. I thought it was a foundry. Yeah, I was going to use the iron recipe, what's it called? Basic iron ingot, but it's going to need more limestone that I don't have right now, so I guess I might jury rig the system later, but at the same time I've got like enough iron right now, because it's making, each one's got, yeah, it's like there's one with 70 on each side, and the rest are making 67.5, so it's like 140 plus 67.5. 67.5. I cannot type, and it's annoying. Times 4 of them. No, times when you're under pressure. All right. Yeah, it's making 410. It only needs like I think 408 point something because it needs yeah, it needs 337.5, and I think the iron is also being used for solid steel. So this guy uses 72 iron, so it's making a little bit more than it needs, which is fine because it's better to make too much than not enough, right? And I've got the system, which took like three redesigns because I had to get all the belts set up properly. But yeah, that's good. I got everything set. I guess the only problem is that this is a Mark 1 belt for some reason. There we go, now it's fixed. Yeah, so no wonder the whole thing's running slow. Yeah, yeah, it's a great factory, except when it's not. But yeah, like I gotta see if I can make an even square because I like my big orange boxes. I can't build for the life of me, so I just make orange boxes and call it good. But yeah, it's somewhat inefficient, but you know it works. And hey, I've already gotten like a stack of heavy frames. That's what I need for the Blueprints Mark II. That I will most definitely use 100%. And I think I needed it for one of the project parts or something. But yeah, like there's my tour of my kind of bad heavy modular frame setup. This is probably the worst factory I've ever built, but none of them are really good. So what do you expect? But yeah, I don't know. I'll probably make a better one later on, but at the same time, I might just not care and call it good. Yeah, I think the only problem is that modular frames. I think it's not quite making it up because it needs 25, and it seems like it's running slow. So let's go check that. We should be making 25. Yeah, 12.5. Yeah, it is making 25. It's just slow. I'll chuck in some reinforced plates. Easy. Yeah, yeah, so there's my tour. It's bad. Yell at my terrible design in the comments, I guess. But I'm not going to be clipping stuff. That's a cardinal sin.